And therefore those are the 4 things that you should avoid doing in order to be a successful communicator and have a successful relationship with a woman. So those are requirements for having a bike in Sweden. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Firmly Talking, another week. Today it's Sunday. I'm gonna actually wrap up this day and gonna get home, but before I want to talk about 4 things that you should avoid doing with women or with girls or with anybody in general, but especially girls if you want to make it work, have a healthy and good relationship with future girlfriend or with your future partner or girl that you really like or that you just find interesting, and then basically that you want to move things forward with that person. And the first one that you should stop doing and avoid it at all costs is to lie. Because bro, if you start like lying from the beginning with someone or like with a girl, saying things that are not true just for her to make her happy somehow, or that you think it's gonna be better that you lie such that that way you're gonna make her like you more, when in the end of the day that's not gonna happen, like, because she, at the end of the day, she will detect that you're lying and that you're not being 100% honest, and definitely that's not gonna work out. And then basically in the end of the day you're not gonna have a good relationship with that person, and it's gonna go everything to crap. So that's why it's super important to never lie whenever you start knowing someone, because it's just like, be honest, be the truth. If it's not that person, the one who maybe you want to spend time with and live with that person and all that stuff, it's okay, just it will appear someday. Like, just make it chill your life and do not think that you should get a girlfriend like tomorrow or stuff like that, and trying to force things with someone just because of the fact that you want to be with that person, or like you want to fuck that person or whatever stuff, to have sex with that person or whatever that you consider good, if it's through lying. So definitely never lie whenever you start knowing someone. The second one is to tell her always yes, to be like always saying yes just because you want to make her happy and compliment her, and just if you want to say no to something because you don't think it's good or anything, you think it's not good for you to say yes and you want to say no, just do it, but by saying always yes, you're just gonna make her like kind of like a compliment to you, and in that way you're not gonna make her happy in the end of the day. You always want to say also no in those situations that you don't feel comfortable and that maybe you don't want to do something, and you don't need to force something to work again by saying yes to something that you don't want to do with that girl, or something that maybe you don't want. In case, for example, she wants to go for a bar or a club and you don't want to do that because you don't really like doing that, and it's kind of like a boundary for you because you hate doing that, say no, say that you don't want to do that, and then if the person really cares about you, she will understand it, or he will understand it. At the end of the day, she is going to respect that. And then you will end up doing something different, obviously. The third one is to move things too far and too far away and too fast, especially when clearly she doesn't want to move things that fast. And this is super clear because in most of the cases, for not saying 100%, but in 99% of the cases, the girl needs more time than the guy for deciding something. The guy is always like black and white, like, yeah, I like this girl, I want to be in a relationship with her. While the girl is always more like in the idea or like that she needs more time to think, and to think if it's good for her or then that's not good for her. So then you should give her space and give her time, and obviously not do other things with other women, in my opinion. If you really like that person, you want to be with that person, but just that she thinks, and not forcing her to take a quick decision, and just leave her that it takes her own decision. And that's something that definitely so many guys, like also including me, sometimes maybe we don't want to wait a lot of time because we want maybe to look for someone that is really interested. But at the same time, if you look for that person and you think you're gonna feel stuff interesting with that person, then it's gonna be much better that you give the person time and space without obviously fucking things up in the end of the day. Because that's something that sometimes we do, and it's important to let the girl think and let the girl decide stuff important in a relationship, or if you're hanging out with that person or whatever situation. last one is that you don't go to the point and you straight away tell to the girl after obviously some small talk or some talking. You don't tell her, you seem like a cool girl, you look cool, you look interesting, and you want to hang out sometime, they want to meet. And this is something that so many people, including me in the past, and I said it in so many videos, it's important to tell the girl, show the interest by saying the person looks interesting or cool, and then saying that you want to hang out with the person. Because sometimes, so many times, if you don't show the first part, you don't say the first part, you don't show the clear interest to the girl, you don't show the clear interest to that person, and therefore she might think whenever you ask her out that maybe you just want to meet as friends or just to, you know, without leading anything to, like, without that going to any direction where that's more as a romantical and lovely relationship with that person. Therefore it's key to say those two things, and to maybe not say the first in the beginning, but maybe the next one, or maybe like saying one part, or maybe just going straight to the point, or maybe just not in the end not saying do you want to hang out, because that's going to lead to a lot of complications, and that's going to lead to the person to know that she doesn't have clear what your intentions are, and therefore she's going to put some excuse, or in the end of the day it's not going to be. And therefore, in the end of the day, nothing else is going to happen to that girl that you stalked. You talked, and then you met somewhere, and nothing else is going to happen, nothing romantically, and you're not going to have a date. So, therefore, important to always say those two phrases. So yeah, that was pretty much it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, remember to subscribe here to Firmly Talking in case you haven't done that yet. And I'm here to say my last upload on the channel, which was last Saturday, because I'm uploading it on Sunday. So hope you enjoyed it, and as always give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs up to the video, because it helps a lot in growing the channel. And as always, remember to stay always friendly.